I'm at Paul's Pond. My elevation is 2,000, well, let's say 2,700 above sea level. Definitely in the foothills. And towards the north, I can see Donnelly Dome. And towards the south, I can see the Alaska Range, or that portion of it that, well, portion of it's that, well, like you can see all of it from Fairbanks, but, well, not all of it. You know what I mean. Don't know which mountains I'm looking at yet, but we'll find out later. Weather's been pretty good. Sat through a thunderstorm. Sort of just came up and it rained for about an hour and went away. And I was getting pretty worried because I had just gotten all this stuff here hooked up and was starting to enjoy it and wasn't paying attention to how much juice I was using. And I'm listening to music and digging on the nature and all that stuff. And next thing you knew, everything started shutting down. Used up all my juice. That was 8 o'clock last night, Alaska daylight time. So I had to shut everything off. Notebook went into hibernating mode. Still had some juice in the cell phone, so I shut it off to conserve power and unplugged everything and left it up to the wind or to the solar bank. But it was late and it was cloudy. And they said, well, we'll just see what happens. And it started to rain around about 10 o'clock. Light rain. Nothing hard, just a light rain, but just enough to let me know that it was still cloudy. So I could still continue to worry about whether or not I was going to get any juice back. So I did some reading, finally just went to sleep. Woke up in the morning about 6 o'clock. It's still cloudy. It's not raining though. So, and I look over at the charger and it still said charging. Now I know that on a cloudy day I can still get juice out of that solar panel. But I don't have any kind of meter on here, so I wasn't really, I didn't have any way of knowing how much or, but I knew eventually the battery would charge. I just had no idea how long. So I just continued to read, and that was pretty much the only other entertainment I got, because I didn't want to run the cell phone and I didn't want to use the radio in the truck, because I want to make sure that that battery goes, although it's a different kind of battery from what I got in here. The one in the truck is a lithium battery. It's a deep cycle battery made by Olympus, and it was made for people that have cars that have a lot of electronics in them, the big giant stereos, and maybe they got the hydraulic stuff in there so they can move the car around, and all of that stuff, that's what they made that battery for, so that's why I bought it. and it's a pretty good battery, except it takes a long time to charge. You gotta charge it slow. You can't slam power in it like you can with a lead acid battery, but that's okay. Um, anyway, I'm sitting there, and about 8 o'clock, bam, battery's charged. All right, so I plug in the laptop and just let that battery charge, and continue to just muck around doing this, and that, and the other thing, and eventually, about I don't know, somewhere between 10 and noon, the laptop battery was charged. Light turned blue. So yeah, and I plugged in the cell phone too, just to be sure. So I plugged them both in, and they were eventually, by noon, they were both fully charged and ready to go. And so I was going to come out and do this, and the clouds rolled back in, and that's when we got the thunderstorm, even a little hail. Started out with a little hail, a little pea-sized hail, but it came down for about an hour, and I was wondering if I was going to be able to do this, but like I said, after about an hour, it started clearing up, and now it's just fine. Now this lake here is supposed to have been stocked by the Alaska Department of Fish and Game. They say they've been doing it. They got signs up here saying they've been doing it. And I even heard the park rangers over at Fish and Game talk about, what a big hardship it is to come out here and check to make sure that the lake is still stocked, if you know what I'm saying. So I was anxious to get out here and see what's out here, and it's kind of tough getting to this place, so it's not like a lot of people come out here. And I expected there to be a lot of fish in here. And I got this fish finder going on here, and I have detected a couple of good-sized fish, but not a whole lot. Now, I've seen a lot of there are a lot of little ones in here, about, yay, or yay. A lot of those. So they are stocking it. Haven't really got a good look, can't tell what they are. Might be trout, might be grayling, I don't know. Can't see any right now. It's supposed to be stocked with trout and salmon, and can't say I've seen any of either one, but hey, just because I haven't seen them doesn't mean they're not here. Now, I brought my fishing gear, but I don't have my license yet, because one of the things I wanted to do was to see if I could get that here. See, in Alaska, you can go online and get your fishing license, and if you got a credit card, you go online, you fill out the form, you give them your credit card number, you hit enter, and bam, you got a fishing license. And you can start fishing right now. They send you an email saying, yes, you have a fishing license. So, and if you're like me and you got a cell phone where you get your email, you're out here fishing and ranger comes along, wants to know if you got your license. You don't have any paper, but you show him that email, give him that number, he can confirm it himself, and then everybody's happy. Trouble is, I have not successfully connected to the internet out here with my computer. I have access through my phone. I have AT&T, but out here it is not 3G, it is Edge. And some of you folks may not know what Edge is, but Edge was the big thing 5 years ago. Now it's just the fallback. And even if we had 4G, this is not a 4G phone, so it wouldn't matter. I did make one attempt with my AT&T communications manager on the laptop here, and it did get a signal, but I didn't try to connect it to anybody because it was really starting to clear up, and I wanted to get the boat together and get the gear on board and get out here and at least get this done before it rained again, if it did. But I don't. Hard to say, but I don't think it's going to rain anymore for a while, so I might give that a shot later, and we'll see what happens. Anyway, that's it for now. I'm going to wrap this up and maybe cruise around a little more and see if I can find some fish. And later on tonight, I'll see if I can't get a fishing license. If I can't find them with all this fancy electronics, I'll just have to do it the old-fashioned way. Anyway, I'm going to get me some water. Got some juice here, but this is concentrated. I need to put some water in it. So I'm going to get that water right out of the lake here. And this is definitely not the first time I've done this, but I got to tell you, this filter is real good at getting out all the creepy crawlies and that sort of thing, but around town I always worry about what kind of chemicals there might be in the water that this thing is getting. But this lake here, that's not a problem. So this is going to be too boring to video, so I'll see you later, okay?